like we're doing it good. We're at the store getting our fuel and lighter for the trek. Just left the ATC. So the river is really going.
It's moving, buddy.
It's moving. Look at that. So we're going to cross the bridge here. We'll get some shots of the river there. We just left the ATC. Got the outfitter, got fuel, lighter, things you can't travel with. And we're headed to the hostel that way. We got honeysuckle. It smells great. And then look at that river, guys.
We're gonna get a picture of that.
All right. Forrest is getting a picture of it. Look at the size of the waves right there, the dips, and the debris just going down it. They're fixing to close this road we're on, the trail, because it's going to flood up over this here in a little bit. So we're cutting our time in Harpers Ferry a little bit short to get out of here. But look at that down there. It's just really turbulent. I would classify this as non-laminar flow, guys. Don't know what he is, but he looks cool. We're here at Cross Trail Hostel, and my glasses broke, and they let me go over to the shed and glue it back together and fix them. That was mighty nice. We have the river down here, and since we were at the river, it's now lapping at the trail down there. So we actually came across the bridge way over here and then hiked up a real steep deal that was crazy. You had to use ropes, and then hiked into the hostel. We were going to go back that way tomorrow and then hike down the trail, which just parallels the river, but they're saying that's probably going to be later tonight covered in water. So we're going to have to take the road that parallels over here and meets that trail down there, and for about a mile we'll just take the road, because you won't be able to find the trail down there because it'll probably be underwater tomorrow. And we'll hike on. We're hoping to do 15 miles tomorrow. It's going to be pretty muddy. They've closed the bridge down now on the river because it's water is going up into the steps and everything, so it's on a rise. And this is just kind of a neat little hostel, non-profit type situation. Got bikes you can get and go to town. Pretty neat deal. Forrest did a real good job with this place. Proud of him. And good selection. Beautiful, beautiful. So it's 6:30 and we're leaving Cross Trails. Good morning, Canada. So we took the road because the canal and the trails kind of flooded out down there from reports, which was only less than a mile probably. And the trail intersects right up here, and we just take right off and keep on the trail. So we just paralleled it mile for mile. Before said they're mock orange.
Mock orange.
That's cool. What's the scientific name again?
Baltimoria spilodendrus.
That is awesome. And we have strawberries on the trail. If you look right there, there's a strawberry. Got honeysuckle. The smell is amazing. So Forrest said these are tulip poplars.
Yeah.
And we've seen those in other videos in the past. That's not a real pretty representation of the flower because of the storms, but they'll be on the trail. They're up in the trees and just really beautiful. I've seen those on some of the pictures in the videos, and I've used those to start them off as, and I have good shots of those. So now we know what they are. Wood. So we just came up on some chicken of the wood here, and they say it tastes like chicken. It's very identifiable by its color. And there's the trail. Just heard a big tree or something ahead fall. Hadn't seen it. So you get to hiking down the trail, look left and right, because sometimes you see something like that. 1971, he was buried here. So that's just kind of a neat deal that you see on the trail once in a while. So again, be watching around, not just your feet. You might see something cool. Some neat rocks over there. We're getting close to the state park for lunch. We're just right up there on the trail and looked to the left, and there is this empty tomb right here. Gath's empty tomb. Pretty neat. Let's go look in there and see what it looks like. Looks like nobody's in there. Nobody's home. Got a neat rock wall around here. Getting to a little park that'll be up here, and there's water, but we'll follow the trail in. So we just hiked the trail around here, and there's that tomb up there, and Forrest is up there, and he said there's a big arch down there that we're gonna go look at. Some neat houses, and look at this, a porta potty. Isn't that nice? We're gonna fill up with this hydrant and go down to the gazebo down there and eat, and then see what that arch looks like. But lots of cool stuff here. And there's where the tomb was up there. Crosswalk. And Check out that nice looking structure. We're gonna go over here and eat at this shelter, and then the trail goes up there by that ruins. It is lunchtime. So sitting here, and they've got these nice placards that you can kind of read and study up on about the Civil War battle and what this place was used for. And we can hit pause and read those later. We're now at the Campton Gap Shelter, 0.3 miles that way, downhill, and then back up. We've got water. We filled up with the hydrant at the little park back there. We ate a good lunch. The trail is nice, and we're gonna keep hiking on. We've got about 7 miles to where we're gonna camp tonight, and it's just a little afternoon, so we should be there by 4 easy. Gonna be a good time. Had a little bit of an issue with my electronic devices. My satellite unit thought it wasn't working right when I left home. It just won't send messages out, connect, do anything. It's one of the original inReaches. I think I've got it in 2016. Replace a battery. They weren't designed to have batteries replaced. It's finally gone, but I think it's worth it to get one just because I have the insurance plan. I'm an old guy. If I get hurt, I've got that plan where I can push the SOS, and that helps cover the cost of extraction. And I need that just as insurance, you know. So Isaac, thank you. You're out there getting one from REI, gonna send it, make sure it's all connected and everything. He knows how to do that, and he's gonna send it to me up here at a hostel a little ways, and I'll have my unit, and then everybody back home can track me as I hike through. And because we get some signal every once in a while, but it's low, and then a lot of the areas I just don't get signal at all on the phone, and I like to be able to communicate to the house and the family. It's a beautiful day. The sun kind of came out. It's about 70 degrees. Hike on. We're hiking along, and there's your little snake right there.
Oh, he's pretty.
Yeah, he's a pretty one. I bet you we can just go around him. Coming up on a overlook. The Ridge Runners made it here, and they've got their packs there, and the trail goes up that way. All right, let's enjoy this. So the first for me on the trail is we just got to see a lady, and she let me take a picture of her bird named Luna. And so a hiker that hikes with a bird named Luna, she's headed Sobo. So we made it to the campground here. We got our bathrooms, some water up there. They got bear hanging devices, and we're camped right here. So pretty cool. That's Moosehead over there. He's from Quebec. Pretty cool guy.